In the heart of Eldoria, a joyful kingdom, there was one place shrouded in sorrow, the glass garden hidden behind the palace walls. Time stood still there, fountains frozen, leaves unmoving, sunlight dimmed with sadness. The townsfolk whispered of a powerful curse, warning children to stay away. The garden was a beautiful prison, its flowers forever in bloom, bees and birds suspended in silence. Only the royal gardener entered, and even he hurried past, unsettled by the heavy quiet. The garden was a memory trapped in time, a place of wonder and deep loneliness. Magic lingered in the air, humming like a forgotten song. The curse, meant to protect, had instead created a world apart, unchanging, untouched by seasons. Inside, a secret waited, sadder than the stillness itself. Everyone knew of it, but no one dared speak its truth aloud. The glass garden was a jewel locked away, longing to be set free. At the garden's centre stood Lyra, a girl made entirely of glass. She reached for a world she could never touch, her hair catching the light in rainbows, her eyes forever open. The kingdom believed she was the curse, a cold-hearted statue, beautiful but empty. Each day, a red rose was left at the gate, a symbol of love and sorrow, but Lyra never moved to claim it. Children dared each other to glimpse her, spinning tales of witches and lost magicians. No one knew the truth. Behind her glass eyes, Lyra remembered, and her heart ached, even if it could not beat. Years passed, outside life changed, but inside it was always the same afternoon. Lyra watched unmoving birds and forever blooming flowers, alone in her silent world. She was a story everyone told, but a person no one truly knew. The girl in the glass garden waited, certain her day of freedom would never come. She was the kingdom's secret sorrow, hidden in plain sight. And so she stood, silent, still, and heartbreakingly alone. The royal gardener's son, Elias, was drawn to the garden's mystery. Unlike others, he saw not a monster, but a trapped girl. While his father worked, Elias visited the gate, speaking to Lyra about the world beyond, wind, bread, and stories of change. One day, he noticed a faint light flicker in her chest as he spoke. He realized she was listening, and hope bloomed between them. Elias brought her treasures, a blue feather, a river stone, describing their stories, sharing life through the bars. With each visit, Lyra's inner light grew stronger. Their silent friendship became Elias's secret and Lyra's only connection to the living world. He was no longer just the gardener's son. He was the keeper of the glass girl's hope. In the quiet, their bond deepened, wordless but real. The garden's silence was no longer empty. It was filled with possibility. Elias believed in Lyra, and that belief began to change everything. Together, they waited for a miracle. As Elias grew, so did his love for Lyra. One evening, unable to bear her loneliness, he reached through the gate, touching the invisible barrier. A crack appeared, spreading like lightning across the garden's entrance. Lyra's chest glowed bright. For the first time she moved, turning to meet his gaze. The silence shattered, fountains flowed, birds flew, time rushed in. Lyra's glass shell broke away, revealing a living girl with tear-filled eyes. She told Elias her story, a princess who trapped herself to save her kingdom from a sorcerer's curse. Only love, true and selfless, could break the spell. Elias had seen her soul, not just her beauty. His touch had set her free. The garden bloomed with new life and hope returned. But freedom demanded a price. The curse needed a vessel. As Lyra became human, Elias's hand turned to glass, the transformation spreading. He realized he was taking her place, sacrificing his own freedom for hers. Lyra wept, begging him to stay, but Elias smiled gently. "Live, Lyra. Be happy. That's all I ever wanted," he whispered. Soon, Elias stood as a glass statue, hand outstretched, at the garden's heart. The garden thrived, seasons turning, but Lyra chose to remain, tending flowers and telling Elias's story. The tale of the glass garden became one of love and sacrifice, not sorrow. Lyra lived beside Elias, reading, singing and sharing the world with him. Sometimes she saw a warm light glowing in his glass chest, a promise that love endures. True love never ends. It simply changes form, waiting patiently. The garden was no longer a prison, but a monument to hope. And so their story lived on, forever etched in glass.